All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Achahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Green Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. In this particular video, we're going to be touching on WW3 Escalation, specifically on what Trump said in his last conference. In Trump's last conference, he said that if the hostages aren't released by Hamas that was taken in the whole October 7th, attack, that when he hits office, if those hostages aren't released, then all hell will break out in the Middle East. Now, he didn't just say Hamas, he said in the Middle East. And there's a few things you can take away from that. He didn't say Hamas, he said the Middle East because he knows that Hamas is a proxy group of Iran. You see, Iran has proxy groups over there in the Middle East, which are groups, militant groups that Iran fights through. And Hamas is one of them. Hezbollah, the Houthis, so forth and so on. But Hamas is one of Iran's proxy groups. Don't forget that Israel almost wiped out Hezbollah. Slovakia. Israel almost wiped out Hezbollah. And then after that, Iran responded from that attack because they attacked, almost wiped out Hezbollah, amongst other things as well. But they responded by launching 200 rockets over there on Israel. All right. And they was exchanging after that. Now, the last attack was like in October by Israel to Iran. And Iran said that they are going to attack Israel back. And America's stance on Iran and Israel trading shots with each other is if Iran attacks Israel back, that there's going to be severe consequences for Iran. And Iran said, okay, they're going to attack back. So, hey, World War III escalation. Okay, fast forward. Now we have Donald Trump saying that if those hostages that were taken on October 7th aren't released, about time he is inaugurated, that's January 20th, it's like 9 days from now, then all hell is going to break loose. All right? Hell is death. All right? That's the pit. What do you put in the pit? Dead bodies, man. So, hey, he's threatening war in the Middle East, man, over Israel. And, Trump's stance with Israel is strong. Trump calls himself Israel's best friend. Let's not forget that. Trump also calls for death for anti-Semitism when you combine all his talking points in the videos, in various videos. All right? You have Trump saying that, hate crimes to the Israelis, hate crimes to them should be met with the death penalties. But if you deny the Holocaust, then you're an accomplice to hate crimes. So the death penalty for you. He's calling for the death penalty if you criticize Israel, man. You say the Holocaust is not real. So basically, he was pulling that from the definition of anti-Semitism, which I would get the definition in this video, but this isn't what this is about. All right? This is a World War III update. But I have right here, what did Hamas do October 7th? And we read, it says, on October 7th, 2023, more than 1,200 men and women and children, including 46 Americans and citizens of more than 30 countries, were slaughtered by Hamas, the largest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. You see that? Now, that's what happened October 7th. Now, the video I'm gonna play, Trump's going hard because he's like saying October 7th was a bad thing, and they got hostages over there. Hamas still is holding hostages, like 96 hostages, and they need to let them go. And if not, all hell is going to break loose. And this whole thing just reminds me of Jeremiah 50 and 45, about the least of the flock, drawing them out to the battle. All right? Because Iran responded by attacking Israel with 200 rockets because they almost wiped out their proxy groups. That's why I believe Trump is saying all hell's going to break loose in the Middle East. He's not just threatening Hamas, he's threatening also Iran and anybody that backs them. All right? When you read between the lines, that's what it is. So this reminds me of World War III. You know, the least of the flock drawing them out. All right? And who's the least of the flock? Let's get it. It's Jeremiah 50 and 45, and we read, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath hearkened, Slakia, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock," and who's the least of the flock? Amalek, them small hats, you know, false Jews. "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Who's the them? America. Draw America out to do what? To war. And we see that happening right now. We see it taking place more and more and more, day by day by day, week by week by week, month by month. "Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." All right. So this is what that reminds me of. You know, I just wanted to make this quick video. Giving that update, if you haven't saw it already. Bear with me. I'm about to play the video. I'm about to get on the road. I didn't want to read while I was on the road, so.
It's better than President Trump. He gives us a lot of authority to speak on his behalf, and he exhorts us to speak emphatically. And emphatically means you better do this, because the alternative.
Do you think they're waiting for President Trump to take office?
No, I think they heard him loud and clear. Better get done by the inaugural.
But when you say all hell will
Before
be
I
paid,
take office.
that all hell must be paid if they don't release the hostages.
Well, do I have to define it for you? All
No, I know
hell
you're not
will
gonna
break
telegraph
out. If
what-
those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
Can you elaborate?
And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given them back a long time. They should have never taken them. There should have never been the attack of October 7th. People forget that. But there was, and many people are killed. They're no longer hostages. I have people from Israel and others calling, begging me to get, you know, we had also people there from the United States, just so you know. They're holding some so-called hostages from the U.S. But I've had mothers come to me and fathers crying, can I get the body of their son back? Can I get the body of their daughter back? That beautiful girl where they threw her in the car, pulled her by her ponytail and threw her in the car like she was a sack of potatoes. I said, what happened to her? Sir, she's dead. Like a 19, 20-year-old beautiful girl. And the way they treated her. And I just say it this very simply. Steve's got a job to do. He's a great guy, great negotiator, great person. They respect him over there already. It's what we needed over there. We have people that know everything about the Middle East, but they can't speak properly. They don't know. He's a great negotiator. That's what I needed. I could have sent that gentleman right over there, Hussein. He's a great negotiator. There are people, they're rare. Great negotiators are very rare, like a great surgeon. But we have the right person. But I tell this, I don't want to hurt the negotiation. If the deal isn't done before I take office, which is now going to be 2 weeks, all hell will break out in the Middle East. Okay?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
President.
You've done a great job.
Thank you.
See? World War III escalation. Hey, you got people saying peace and safety right now. They're talking about 20 years from now. You know, they're talking about when their grandchildren grow up, how, you know, where they're going to move, how many acres of land they're going to get, what they're going to build, what type of businesses that they're going to make, so forth and so on, putting off the day of the Lord. Meanwhile, you got Trump right here saying that all hell's going to break loose in the Middle East if those hostages are not released before he's inaugurated. The last time I checked, I ain't hear anything about Hamas releasing any hostages. All right. Not just that, you have China. Xi Jinping, which is the president of China, he came out on New Year's and gave a speech on New Year's saying that he's ready to, in a nutshell, he's saying that he was ready to invade Taiwan, and that nobody can stop them because Taiwan is an ally to America. So if he invades Taiwan, America has to come to the aid of Taiwan, right? And China knows this. So China is already planning on cyber attacking America simultaneously while they're invading Taiwan. And for about 5+ years, they've been gaining access to critical infrastructure systems here in the United States. And the FBI have been trying to blow the whistle and sound the alarm on this for years. That this is a cyber attack about to take place. And hey, our people want to shake their ass and put off the day of the Lord, chase the bag, chase their high. You know what I mean? Just submerge himself in their creature comforts while everything's going to hell around them. All right, that's why the scriptures talk about they shall be asked on need. Forget what precept that is. Right now I'm driving, but it basically gets into them being astonished. And when you get into the definition, it talks about they be astonished, but typically of something that's unexpected. So like y'all couldn't pull the precept right now, but right, the precept that I'm talking about, when you get into it, the words, these people can't drive out here. It says consternation. Consternation is one of the words. The consternation is, you astonished and you surprised and frightened, horrified, typically at something that's unexpected. And the reason it's unexpected to these people is because they're not on their watch. All right? They rather do everything else but do what they're supposed to do. And that's keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, pleasing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Anyway, I hope that was edifying. I hope you could take something from this video. I ain't gonna make it too long. With that, I'm gonna say shalom. Salaki.